Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today we are back at it again with a video on 4 of my favorite investments at the moment. One that is, honestly, I've thought about it for a while, and now that it's kind of reached almost a tipping point, I figure I'll throw it out there. Also doubles as a moneymaker on my noob account, which I am currently on. I recently found this out, and I'm just stoked to show you guys. So basically, I've been making an absolute ton of money recently on my noob account. You guys will see this more in the progress episode that will come tomorrow, but I've been making a ton of money basically just dismantling bracelets of ethereum. So if you don't know, bracelets of ethereum are dropped from revenants. Revenants also have ether, and bracelets of ethereum can be dismantled for ether. So here we will look at the price. Currently you can insta buy one of these for 44k 199. Now let's say I instantly dismantle it and then just sell off what the ether is worth. What will we get? 46k. It doesn't take any time at all. I just made close to 2k insta selling some ether. It is insanely dumb right now. As a quick example, I bought them all for the same price. Basically, I have my keyboard set to just having it as a one-click thing. I changed my RuneScape settings, so it's pretty easy just to click dismantle and spam my key, you know? And a whole inventory just takes maybe 15-20 seconds, something like that. I mean, maybe a little less, and then there you go. So sell off this. We'll see what this sells for. View that. So 1196. I just profited 50k off of doing that. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Now this is a pretty extreme example. Typically I'd have to slow sell them for 180, so I was making, like, you know, 25k instead of 50k doing this, but I'd also have to wait to sell them. Now recently ether has been going up in price. I'll throw a graph on the screen now, and you guys can kind of see that ether, since it came out, started really high, dropped low because there was an absolute ton of it on the market, and now that more and more crossbows, vigorous chain maces, and more people at revs in general using these weapons with Wildy Slayer and everything, the Revenant Ether is in more demand than ever and has consistently been going up. So at this very moment, just going off GE prices, not even like current prices, we'll say 180 GP per Revenant Ether times 250. What does that make the price of a bracelet of Ethereum, pretty much? 45, 44k, somewhere in there. So that seems like a fair price to pay, so why would this be a good investment? Ether is at a middle point. It's exactly where it should be, and if it goes up, you have potential to make money, and if it goes down, you have potential to lose money. That's if you buy the ether. If you buy bracelets of Ethereum, basically you have potential to have ether. You have the bracelets or you have the ether, and if you charge the bracelet with one Revenant ether, you then can high alch it for 45k. That means that you can choose whether or not you want to opt out of this investment and rather just high alch your bracelets, or if it does pay off and the Revenant Ether does go up, you have free Revenant Ether that you can use at your own will. It's been something I've been looking at for a while, and now that the Revenant Ether is kind of about to go over that mark, I figured I should definitely tell some people about it. And if you guys, you know, maybe don't like this investment as much or want to know a couple others, I will talk about them. So obviously on my noob account, I don't have a lot of money, but on my main account, I do have a decent bit, you guys will know. And with any one of these investing videos, I know there's always going to be those people that are either new or they're consistent people, and they're just a little sketched out as to whether or not I do this for profit. So the next items we're going to talk about, I will search up in my bank: saradomin brew, snape grass, potato cactus, and ether. None of them are in my bank. However, I was invested in 180,000 snape grass. It's currently worth 14.2 mil. So I'm just going to give it away. If you guys want to be entered, go ahead and hit up the Twitter in the description. That will link you to a tweet. Follow the tweet. I'll find a winner. So here we are over on GE Tracker, a website that I use to navigate the Grand Exchange. A sponsor of mine you can check out down below if you please. But here is the first investment that I kind of think is a decent one, and that is saradomin brews that are currently lingering around 2.7, 2.8k. I mean, over the last year, it's just been something that obviously has been kind of a standout. I mean, they used to be worth 7k, then 6k, and then Bird's Nest absolutely just destroyed the price of them. Now, Jagex recently said that they were going to do something and try to nerf some of the Bird Nest rates. And ultimately they did that, but at least as to right now, to what looks like little change. Now this could just be because there's so many nests in the game, you know, it's going to take the market more time than just this initial hype spike to be able to actually even itself out. If that's the case, then it just comes back up naturally. Or even if it goes lower, I mean, we have kind of the backup plan that it's obvious that Jagex doesn't want brew prices to be 2.5k. It doesn't seem to be the right meta in the game, and it just kind of seems out of place in the game, and I think that they kind of know that as well. So, and then earlier with snape grass, as with also potato cactuses, which is the other item. Really, the entire idea is behind this, that during this week between October 3rd and October 10th, basically, Jagex announced that they're going to rework a little bit of the Nightmare Zone table, and that snape grass and potato cactuses will be taken off. If they're in the Nightmare Zone shop, they're almost just a form of currency, so they come into the game at whatever rate they're needed. Once they go off, then it will take a while for all of the ones that are stocked up by players to go out, but eventually you're gonna have them go to a rate at which they're profitable to be picked up or something like that. So it could be one that takes a while, but you really don't need that much of an investment when you could, say, buy 100,000 of these for what is only 7.8 mil. And then here's the price graph as well for the potato cactuses. Really, you can invest in these both about equally at the same rate. These trade at about 1/8 of the quantity, but they also cost about 8 times as much, so it's pretty split depending on how you want to go about it and which one you want, but ultimately I could see both of them definitely having some upside going forward. So yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Just wanted to get the word out on the Revenant Ether and some other investments that I do find to be interesting. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, let me know in a comment down below. And if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But with that said, hopefully you guys do have a wonderful day, and peace.